All right, Mr. Johnson, your name?
Andrew Johnson.
Counsel, this is your motion for summary disposition.
Yes, Your Honor. This is a motion for summary disposition based on 2.116C10. There's no genuine issue of material fact. This was a credit card, a defaulted credit card that was issued by Citibank back in November 26th of 2021. Payments were made, charges were made, payments were made, but the last payment received was in May of 2023, but eventually it went into default and was charged off and purchased by Midland on January 29th of 2024. All of the supporting documents showing chain of title and the transfer of the documents were attached to the motion, along with the various charges. Midland is seeking judgment today in the amount of $2,459.29, plus $123.60 in costs. Total judgment, $2,582.89. A proposed judgment should have been submitted with the motion.
Sir, you did not file a response. I can safely assume that you agree that you owe that amount?
No, I did not owe that amount. And I didn't know.
Okay, you got to keep your voice up. You're supposed to file a response if you disagree, but I'll listen to what you have to say.
Yeah, I disagree because I didn't know. Honestly, I don't know the court system, and this is the first time we've been.
Nice and loud for me, sir. Nice and loud. You're not, get close to the device.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay. So I didn't know I was supposed to write into a response because it was all supposed to be subpoenaed. I don't recall owing $2,500 or anything of that nature. I never got that card for that much amount. And the payments that I did make on it, I was making.
What do you think you owe?
And then I closed the card.
What do you think you owe?
So as soon as I closed the card, there was no other processes that they gave me to continue to pay off the process. But I honestly cannot afford. I'm not denying that I had a city card, but I'm denying the fact that 2,000 and however much
do
amount
you think
that
that
dollar
you
amount
owe?
that he just said is incorrect completely, especially if I was making payments on it.
Stop. How much do you think that you owe?
Honestly, I can't tell you how much I would still owe because it was in 2001. That was right after COVID. I couldn't tell you, but I know I took out a city credit card. But I can tell you what I could probably come to an agreement with Citi. But other than that, I can't afford $2,000+.
Well, the question isn't whether you can afford it. The question is whether or not you owe it. They filed documentation. You were obligated to file. You were obligated to file documentation, affidavits, pleading something that tells me you didn't owe that, and you didn't file anything. And I have no choice but to grant their motion for summary disposition. I'll be happy to set up an installment payment plan for you, sir. But I'm going to have to enter that judgment for $2,582.89. If you tell me how much you can afford to pay weekly or bi-weekly, and everybody agrees on it, or if they don't, I'll rule on it, then that's the amount that you can pay, and they can't garnish wages so long as you pay that amount on whatever interim basis that is. Do you understand that?
I understand that, but when was I supposed to get the notice of them filing that? Because the first notice I got was the filing of disposition. They never asked me for summer.
Okay. Tell me where you work and how much you owe. How much you make?
I work for the union, 687. And I would say I probably owe $1,000, if that.
How much do you make, sir?
I only make $1,000 a week.
How much per hour?
I make $38 an hour.
Well, you're making more than $1,000 a week. If you're working 40 hours, you're working 40 hours, right?
It's not always guaranteed, sir, in the union.
How much can you afford to pay weekly?
I could probably afford $50 weekly.
Mr. Hill, what do you think?
That would be roughly $200 a month. That would be acceptable to Midland.
You pay $50 per week. I'm going to start it beginning to November 17th, okay?
Okay, but I'm still trying to understand when was I going to get the summons to
I don't know what you're talking about. You got the summons a while ago, sir, and he filed a motion. listen to me, please.
What
keep
date did I get it?
interrupting.
Because I did not ever get it in my mail. I got the summary of disposition, and that's the only piece of paper that I got from Midland Credit.
You filed an answer in September,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, to say do I agree? And I said no, I do not.
Well, that's fine, but they filed a motion. You just said you got the motion. You needed to respond to that. You didn't respond. I mean,
did
look,
respond. That's the only reason why we're in the courthouse today. I had to file a personal response in handwriting to bring it up to Trenton's 33rd District Court. And this was the next move after that. I didn't get a summary. I didn't get to see their disposition of where these payments are coming from. I didn't see their records of everything that they say they have. I have no idea.
Jennifer, can you
That's
enlighten
unfair in the
us?
trial. I have no knowledge of what they know already.
Sure.
Judge, their motion for summary was filed with this court on October 2nd.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up to see what their proof of service said. We still have Mr. Johnson's address as 39 in Trenton on Detroit.
Yes.
Well, you got the motion. You just said you got the motion a couple minutes ago.
No, I got the first letter of being sued.
They mailed their proof of service indicates that they mailed it on September 26th, indicating today's court date at 10:30.
And who set that, who set the time? Did we send that out?
They sent it out on their notice of hearing, and we sent a secondary notice.
Okay, so they sent it to you. We sent it to you. I mean, you have to take action on these things, sir. You can't just come in here and say, I don't know what I owe, but I don't know that. The perfect thing, the beautiful thing about math is there's only one right answer. It's not subject to debate. You've
And that's
given
the
me,
thing, but the court system is there's a proper channel to go through. They only subpoenaed me to be sued. It was a yes or no question. Do you owe this amount? Yes or no? I told them, no, I do not owe that amount. I got no, like I said, I have no records of what they see, of what his charges are, of what I've paid. I have no knowledge of what he's looking at. It's only fair for me to know what he's looking at if he's looking for me to have the
They
same
they
information.
sent you the motion
makes
for
no-
some. They
it
sent
doesn't-
you the, listen. They sent you the motion for summary disposition.
That means that you're instantly going for the full amount. You gave me no chance to fight.
Mr. Johnson, I don't know what you mean when you say that.
There was no pretrial conference. I've never met with this man to come to a settlement agreement. I've never came up with anything with Midland Credit. Nothing.
They have the right to file a motion.
Instantly
filed a
going
mo-
for the disposition.
You keep interrupting me.
I'm not understanding you.
Well, let me be clear. They filed a motion. They sent it to you. You needed to respond. You filed no written response. You didn't file any affidavits. You didn't tell me that you don't owe this much by affidavit, and you didn't tell me how much you owed. I asked you verbally. You said you did not know. I don't know how somebody can not know and then have me take them seriously. It's math. It's something that's easily discernible. You didn't take the time to figure it out.
It's an
easy-
account from
You keep interrupting
2001.
me. Listen, this conversation right now is over. And if you want to file a motion for reconsideration and provide me with documentation that changes my mind, I'll be happy to consider it. But you can't just come in here and argue with me and provide no proof. Mr. Hill, send me your judgment. Thank you.
I want the proof from them.
I've heard enough. Thank you.
That's
Thank you very
unfair. I
much.
want
Good luck.
to
Mute him, will you please? I'm not going to listen to this
Unright-
nonsense.
Your Honor, for clarification, I believe a proposed judgment was attached to the motion. You should have one.
I don't see it. I do not see it. I mean,
Then we'll resend it then, Your Honor, if
Thank you.
if you don't have it. Thank you.
thanks. Okay, what else do we have here?